From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the San Francisco 49ers versus Ryan Tannehill and the Washington football team.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
To throw is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now it's Lindsay. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
False start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They'll run here with Lindsay, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Phillip Lindsay. Jonathan Allen on the tackle. It's a gain of 4.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wentz's pass.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Back deep, Deontay Harris. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 30.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Kamara with a run on first down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain.
On the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Niners.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the cover.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Loss on the play.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, a former 49er, Ted Ginn Jr. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 44, Wentz looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
42-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
Wentz now to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Tannehill.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And this is
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And they'll begin by running the option. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
from the gun, it's Wentz. Coleman has it here right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Here's Lindsey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Wentz trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Just to 2nd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0 Washington.
3, 49ers nothing.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And able to connect with Berrios. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
A gain of 9 yards.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Some might say that he's got to look that in and absorb the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. He was unable to on that attempt.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And yes, he found Toilolo. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 6 at the 15-yard line.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Tannehill's pass complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Tre'Davious White on the coverage.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jabari Zuniga racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
For the field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's 3rd down and 8 yards.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So after the INT, here's Wentz. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a carry for Lindsey, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Complete to Sterling.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout.
It's a game.
7 seconds left in the first half.
Washington.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will make our score 9-0.
49ers nothing.
So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, Every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. His guys are out in front as we get you back out to Santa Clara, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. On the return, Deontay Harris. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, it's Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Back at his own 49.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard, and that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First down, Washington.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
What? Ryan Tannehill sacked. A loss of 9.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now Tannehill. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
On the carry.
We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Alvin Kamara on the handoff. Harrison Smith on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play. And this.
To throw is Tannehill.
3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
25 yards there on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Geis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Rashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Washington first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. J.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
At their own,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Philip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
And the lead is up to 5. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
To Sterling.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
On first down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo.
Tannehill's
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A gain of 6.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tannehill throwing again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Tannehill's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
running with Kamara
at the Niners' 36-yard line.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Pauschke's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Niners 14, Washington 12.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And the lead is up to 5.
The kick is good.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No gain on
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Wentz. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up second down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He finds Coleman, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 13-yard line. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
The end zone. He was defended by Julian Blackman.
He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down, figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Tannehill now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Wentz to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Over the middle to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
He'll drop this down to Coleman.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Complete to Tevin Coleman.
One final try now for Wentz. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
14.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
so for Washington. It's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Niners, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.